धर्मः संघ सभावे लेखाधिकारी महाध्याय अवसराई होमहकम श्री धम्म नायक तेर and all संघ Professor Morgullah Upratana, Head of the Department Sanskrit, Professor Mahamatagma P. Mahananda Tera, and all the Sangha members had been gathered in this assembly. My dear Dhamma friends and brothers, especially I should request the permission from former Vice Chancellor, one of our Guruji, Professor Rajneesh Shukla Kumar. My topic is concept of anartha and sunyata in Pali tradition, which is much controversial. More than 2,500 years up to present. And no doubt we have to pay the respect for the Theravada monks who make surviving hold the Buddha's teachings for centuries while facing tremendous difficulties throughout the history as well as the Mahayana traditions. Theravada, we believe soon after Buddha's demise, all the senior monks gathered and they collected all the teachings of Lord Buddha and they systemized and arranged them in a systematic way. And who had accepted those teachings and followed, known as Theravadis. Ya Maha Kassapadi, Maha Terehi, Katasangitiya, Theravadoti Pauchati. All the Theravada philosophy is based on 5 key theories. The first one is dependent origination, what was reflected by Lord Buddha soon after his enlightenment. Next, the Four Noble Truths, Chattari Arisajjhani, where Lord Buddha conduct his first sermon at Saranath at the Dhammacakkastupa. The 3 universal characteristics, what was the second sermon of Lord Buddha, Alatta Lakkana Sutta, which was preached for the 5 months. And fourth, the analysis of the individual known as Khandha Dhatu Ayatana, aggregates, faculties and elements. And final one, the theory of Kamma. Up to now, up to Lord Buddha's presence, there was a Kamma determinism, but Lord Buddha changed it. Sukhang Kanna Vipakang, Kannang Sukha Vipakang. Good provides good, Sukhang Sukha Vipakang. Bad provides bad, Kannang Kanna Vipakang. Even though Sukhang Kanna Vipakang, good provides bad, Kannang Sukha Vipakang, bad provides good. Even in Theravada Dhamma, Kusalanam Pajjena Pajju, Akusala Dhamma Hoti, Akusalanam Dhammena Pajju, Kusala Dhamma Hoti. These 5 key philosophical theories later had given birth to moreover than 24 Buddhist orthodox in Theravada chronicles, especially Mahavansa, Samantapasa and other commentaries, including Mahayana. Today I will pay my attention on the concept of anartha and on the concept of sunyata, which are represented in Theravada canon as well as in Theravada commentaries. Anartha, as well as we had given the translation as non-self, or the negation of the concept of soul. The concept of anartha appears under 3 universal characteristics: tilakshana, anitya, dukkha, anatma. Anitya Makilang Dukkha, Manatmeti Pravadine, Namo Buddhaya Dharmaya, Sanghaya Namo Nama. Among other traditions also, they had emphasis. Lord Buddha is prominent and significant because he had emphasis 3 key teachings, 4 teachings as Anitya, Dukkha and Anatta. Anatta is one of fundamental philosophy in Buddhist traditions, which is being different and making different Buddhism as a total significance orthodox among the philosophy and religious traditions. And Sunyata. I won't go much to explain about Sunyata because Sunyata is much widely explained in Mula Madhyama Karika. In Mula Madhyama Karika, I just in my Pranam Ghata, first I quoted Visuddhimagga Pranama Ghata, and next I quoted Mula Madhyama Karika Pramana Ghata, the first stanza and last stanza, and final my Pranam Ghata was, which reveals in Bhakti Shataka, while pointing out why should we pay homage to Lord Buddha. Sunyata, simply in Theravada traditions, it emphasizes absence of self and what belongs to self. Just I had Kashtin Babu Kashtit. Ajo Nityam Shashwatoyam Kurang Hanede Hannemane Sharire. What is Atma? Atma is Samsoyam Kurang Hanede Hannemane Sharire. What is Atma? Atma is some sort of entity which is not subject from life to life. This is the core of the philosophy in Indology, because when we are just mentioning, there is no concept of I, there is no something as self, there is no ahankara and mamankara, then who are we? Who am I? If there is no something called I or me, that was a great controversial regarding Buddhism, and we can find number of arguments, especially Brahmin thinkers had come and just debated with Lord Buddha. Even in Chula Satchaka and Mahasatchaka, we can find that debate. Satchaka coming and asking, if you are telling no self, then who am I? That's the key concept. Therefore, the concept of Atma is some sort of eternal, transmigrating birth to birth, giving the thought about I, me, self, and your personality, your nourishing body, and your thoughts. What belongs to you is considered as Atma. And again, we can find Panchakosha and the others, all the karma and results, and what we are feeling, what we are experiencing, everything is due to karma, to Atma. That was the Indian thought, Indology thought on Atma. Then, what at Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, our Bhante is well aware about it. Only Kondanya was aware Dhammacakka Udapadi to attain the Sotapanna. All the 5 monks attained the Arahanthood while understanding the Anatta. It was the Sutta, Anatta Lakkana Sutta, what Lord Buddha preached about the concept of Anatta. Therefore, Theravadins thoroughly believe if you need to attain the ultimate bliss, Nibbana, you have to realize about the concept of Anatta. Without realizing the concept of Anatta, you won't be able to attain the Nirvana. What is Anatta? Just Lord Buddha asking for monks, Tanking Manyata Bhikkave, Rupang Nicchammo Anicchappo, monks, what do you think? Whether the form is permanent or impermanent. Actually, it is a simple theory. When we had considered our childhood and when we had considered our present movement, both our body had been changed. There is a great change. Therefore, body is subject to permanent, no debate. And next, Lord Buddha asking, Yampa Niccang, Yampa Aniccang, Tang Sukhangva Buddhangva. If something is subject to change, will it provide the satisfaction or unsatisfaction? We will have the happiness also. Because of the impermanency, we will have the satisfaction also. But why Lord Buddha emphasizing impermanency, dukkha, anicca and dukkha? There was Lord Buddha's mission, he had never forgotten it. Punacha parang ananda etarahi dukkhancha panyapemi dikkha nirodhancha, my each and only one and only purpose to explain what is suffering and the cessation of the suffering. That was Lord Buddha's only mission, and he throughout his entire life worked for it. Then, monks mention yes, because of the impermanency, there will be the unsatisfaction and the suffering. Lord Buddha's final question, Yangpa niccang dukkang viparinama dhammang kallananutang samuni passitung etang mama eso hamasmin eso me attaha. if something is subject to change, out of control, if it generate or produce unsatisfaction or suffering, can you consider such a things as me, mine, or myself? Because each and everyone in the society, we won't wish or we won't be willing to gather the pain, we are not willing to gather the suffering or collect the suffering, because we all dukkha patikkula, sukakama dukkha patikkula, we are seeking for the pleasure and we are rejecting the suffering. If each and everything producing suffering, Lord Buddha mentioning you can't get it as my or self. I will give my PPT to all with reference for your further studies. Now here, simply at the first Sutta Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, Anatta means just there is anything that you can consider as me, mine, or myself. It is further illustrated. Here, what happens when it is considered as Atta? Okay, Lord Buddha mentioning Asutama Puttajano Aryavi Adasavi, the uneducated, the unintellectual people, just they will consider something as me, mine, and myself. When we are considering something as me, mine, and myself, next what will we do? We will pay an authority upon that. This is my phone. Then what would I wish to do for this? I will. If I wish, I can keep it here. If I wish, I can keep this one here. This is the authority. Lord Buddha mentioning, though you have some sort of authority, though you had command to your body, aham rupang mama rupak, aham rupang mama evang me rupang hotu. My body should be like this. My body should be like that. It won't be never happen. Not only for the form, even to your thought, even to your perception, even to your mental formation, even to your consciousness vinyan, they are out of control. Out of control. Such a things, if you can't understand, Lord Buddha mentioning it is abhavitam chitta, uncontrolled. Through meditation, just Lord Buddha pointing, just you have to improve your mind as bhavitam chitta, controlled mind. Mind is as same as a bull. You have to calm it. Just you have to make it under control. And now when I had command my body should be like this and like that, actually it won't be happen. If something is not happening what we wish, yang pinchang nalabati tampi dukkha, automatically it will provide the suffering. If something is not succeeding, what I am wishing, it's a suffering for me. I wish I not be aging, it's not happening, therefore it will, I am suffering from that. I think I need to go someplace, I need to buy a new laptop, but I haven't money. Until I buy a new laptop, I am suffering. Why? Yang pichang nalabati tampi dukkha. What I am wishing, what I am willing, I won't be able to get. Therefore, Lord Buddha mentioning, what you are considering as atta or mine, it is out of control of yours. Therefore, you can't mention anything as self, myself or mine, because all are out of control. If something is mine or mine, I should be able to control it. But there is no anything to control like that. Anatta in Pali. This is what we can find in Dhammapada. Sabbhe sankhara anicca, sabbhe sankhara dukkha, sabbhe dhamma anatta. This is a special term. Lord Buddha mentioning sabbhe sankhara anicca. All formations are subject to change. Sankhara dukkha, all formations are subject to produce suffering or unsatisfaction. Here, sabbe dhamma anatta. Why neglecting sankhara? Why Lord Buddha had added the term dhamma in commentary? Sabbe dhamma anatta, tatta sabbe dhammati panchakanda eva adhippeta. Here, anatta dhamma means the five aggregates. Each and every time the concept of anatta Lord Buddha had attributed to the five aggregates. Five aggregates. Each and every time. And attama jivantuma miyantuma. What we are considering about the five aggregates, you have to last a long time. Just you should be healthy. Just you should be wealthy. Just you should be satisfied. That's what are the commands we are doing upon our aggregates. But Lord Buddha mentioning again and again, though you are commanding upon your five aggregates, it won't be a reality. That's why it is called anatta. And in Mahavagga Pali, Lord Buddha again mentioning, Rupam bhikkave anatta, rupam chahidam bhikkave atta abhavissa, naidam rupam abhadaya sangvatte. If the form is yours, if this body is mine, why body is producing suffering? If body is mine, always the body should give me the satisfaction, the happiness. Because it is my thing. My things, if producing unsatisfaction or suffering, so far as we can consider it as mine. And the concept of Atma. How now Lord Buddha just mentioning there is no something that we can consider as me or mine. How in Indology philosophers consider the concept of Atma or Atman, what it is. Lord Buddha mentioning, if some person or philosopher just considering something called Atma, each and everyone consider Atma as or Rupa, or Vedana, or Sanya, or Sankhara, or Vinyana. Now, Aneka Vitang Attanang Samanupassamana Samanupassati Panchupat Panchaskandheswa Ete Samvanyata. Now here, all the Indology we can divide into two, as Uchchedavada nihilism and Shashvatavada eternalism. Throughout the Indology, and Gosala just introduced Aditya Samuppannavada. Everything is happening automatically. How the concept of nihilism Uchchedavada appears. If someone had considered the physical body as Atma, then at the death, physical body and Atma both will die, and there won't be any further existence. Tang jivam, tang sarira.